Have you ever thought about salvation? What if it's not just some abstract idea, but something you can actually feel, like a real sense of freedom? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today, this idea of salvation as a profound personal liberation.
Let me ask you something. You ever feel, just tangled up? Like you're caught in this web of life's pressures, all the worries, the expectations, maybe stuff from your past? It's a feeling we all know, right? And the text we're looking at has a name for this very thing.
So what is this feeling of being trapped? The source we're examining gives it a very specific name. And this is really the first big idea we need to unpack.
And that name is spiritual bondage. Now, what does that mean? Well, according to the source, it's this state of being enslaved, to things like sin, fear, guilt, all those worldly pressures that just crush your inner freedom. And the key thing to notice here is that we're not just talking about what's happening around you. This is about an internal state of being.
And this isn't just one single thing, right? The source points to a whole range of things that can hold you captive. We're talking about sin, fear, guilt, but also things like addiction, anxiety, even the heavy weight of oppression. Think of each one like a chain holding back that inner freedom we were just talking about.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem, but here's where things take a turn. The source doesn't just leave us there, it pivots right to the solution. And honestly, this is the real game changer in this whole discussion.
And this quote from Galatians really gets to the heart of it. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made us free. You hear that? It's not a gentle suggestion. It's a powerful declaration. It's saying, hey, there's a new reality available to you.
So what does this transformation actually look like? Well, this comparison makes it super clear. On one side, you've got a life in bondage. You feel enslaved, tangled up, limited. But on the other side, a life in liberty. You're able to resist, you feel confident and purposeful, empowered. I mean, it's a night and day difference, right? Two totally different ways to live.
To really drive this point home, the text we're looking at brings up an ancient story as an example. It's a great way to take this spiritual idea and ground it in something really concrete, something we can picture. And that story is the Exodus of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. It's a perfect illustration. Their physical freedom is used as this powerful metaphor for a much deeper spiritual truth, that the whole point is freedom from any kind of slavery, whether it's chains on your wrists or chains on your soul. And the source highlights this specific verse from that story in Exodus. For the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. The message here is huge. It's about divine deliverance. It's this idea that you don't have to win this freedom all by yourself, that the fight is being fought for you. All right, so we've talked about the problem of bondage and the promise of liberty. But let's get practical. What does this liberated life actually look like day to day? How does it really change things?
And this is where it gets real. According to the source, this isn't just some passive feeling. No, it's an active freedom. It means you can pray without being afraid. You can worship with confidence. And that confidence, it spills over. It gives you the strength to face challenges, to chase after your purpose. And all of that, naturally, just fills your life with gratitude.
Now, this next point is really, really important. The freedom we're talking about, it's not about your life circumstances magically getting perfect overnight. The source makes it clear that this is an inward transformation first and foremost. It starts on the inside. It changes how you think, what you desire. It gives you what the text calls spiritual authority, which is basically a new sense of power over all that negative stuff that used to hold you back. The changes on the outside, they come from that shift on the inside.
Okay, that brings us to the big question, right? How do you actually get this freedom? Our last section is all about the how-to, the practical application from the source material.
So the source gives us a pretty clear 4-step process. Step 1, you've got to identify it. Pinpoint those areas in your life where you feel stuck, trapped, limited. Step 2, embrace it. Accept the liberty that's being offered to you. Step 3 is crucial. You have to actively reject the old ways, the old patterns of fear and bondage. And finally, step 4, you just have to step into it. Make a conscious choice to walk in that God-given freedom starting today.
So I want to leave you with this one last thought-provoking question, straight from the source material. Just think about it for a second. If you were totally free from all these burdens we've been talking about, the fear, the guilt, the anxiety, what would you do differently? Seriously, what new purpose, what new adventure would you step into? It's a pretty powerful question, and it really gets to the very heart of what this freedom is truly all about.